Good morning. Let me kick off by asking what you make of this call for Electoral Offences Commission to decide on electoral offences.
Good morning, Aibola. Thank you for having me once again. Yes, speaking of the question, I think it is long overdue. One would expect that a country that is very serious, that claims to be serious about crimes or fighting corruption and crime, should have established this kind of commission a long time ago. I think the establishment of such commission would go a long way in ensuring that matters, malpractices stemming from election would be nipped in the bud. Those who are found, culpable, will be prosecuted accordingly. And yes, but because if this thing is not fought, if we do not take seriously this cankerworm, as it were, called electoral malpractices that comes in different shapes, if we do not take this thing seriously, it is like a time bomb awaiting explosion. Sooner or later, it will explode on the faces of everyone. So yes, it is long overdue, and the time for such commission to be established is now.
Well, I hear you when you say it's long overdue, but then I'm wondering, how can this commission now impact handling of election malpractice compared to current judicial system we have in Nigeria?
Yes, basically the primary function of the commission, if eventually it is established, will be to ensure to prosecute electoral offenders, and of course that would serve as deterrence to prospective electoral offenders. But then again, this is Nigeria. I always say it here that at the risk of sounding a bit pessimistic, we know what similar commissions, whose name we'll not mention here now, have turned themselves into, But then it's always the right step at the right direction to establish such commissions, because it will show that the government is actually, or the government or our leaders are actually serious about fighting electoral corruption and malpractices. So yes, it's going to be the right decision, and it's going to be the right step at the right direction. But we know that the people, our institutions are a direct reflection of the people. One cannot divorce the people from the institutions. Judiciary is not exempted. There's all manner of corruption pervades all the institutions in Nigeria. But then again, like I said, the establishment of such commission will be a signal. It will be a signal that Nigeria is finally taking seriously this cankerworm called election malpractices.
But then, what should be the priority of this commission when it comes to effectively reforming Nigeria's voting system?
Yes, the commission, among the other things, should also push for the reforms of the Electoral Act, even though the Electoral Act is just a recent act. But we ordinarily speaking, there are some areas that a lot of people emphasized before the last act was amended, in 2022. There's some areas that did not address. For instance, the issue of electronic voting, that ordinarily speaking would afford people, more people to vote, particularly Nigerians in diaspora, because the world is now shifting to digital world. Otherwise speaking, there's no reason why Nigerians anywhere in the world should be disenfranchised. Should be disenfranchised from voting. So such commissions can push for the amendment of can push for reforms, for electoral reforms. And then, like I said earlier, I think the primary function should be the prosecution of electoral offenders. But apart from that primary function, they can also push for reforms. Like I said earlier, the reforms like electronic voting, electronic transmission of results in real time. That is because it has been established severally that rigging or malpractice actually takes place more during the collation, because collation is done manually. If there was a system that could ensure that results are transmitted directly without having to pass through the manual collation process, that will go a long way in reducing what we have today as rigging, as it were. But like I said, it cannot. mean, we can't find in Nigeria. I doubt you can't find a society that is 100% free from crimes and corruption. But we can have a society that the crime rate is so low. It's so low to the extent that everybody is happy, and there's substantial growth and development.
Well, thank you so much for your time on the news. Taiwo Ojumu, lawyer and public affairs analyst. Many thanks indeed.
Thank you for having me once again.